Hi, this is Dorothy Kilty at Raccoon Alley Creations, and I have decided to do something today for the Kathleen Mowers at Be Again Books hashtag Stash Restash JJC Challenge. Now, I'm just going to create some ephemera. I actually have a journal behind me that was a sample for a class I was teaching that I want to decorate with this, with some of the things that I create with this. And so what I'm doing today is I'm just making, mask making with these lovely pockets for like to put inside a book, library tags and things. And I'm going to use stuff that's on my desk, okay? I have a lot of interesting pieces here. I was wanted to do this, and I was thinking about, I was cleaning up my desk and said, well, heck with it. Let's just use this. So I am going to, so this is a piece of a book page from an Edith Holden book. I'm going to use this here, just a little part of this poem from this. It says, gloomy winters now away, soft wrestling breezes blow. Mang the Burks, the Stanley Shaw, the Mavis sings for Cheerio. So that's probably Burns, I'm guessing, but she does have some Burns. I've got this piece of cheesecloth here. This is tea-dyed, I think. So let me just cut a piece off of this. And I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just winging it here. So I'm playing with what I'm going to lay out on this. Let's see if this flower. So this is off of, okay. I'm going to use this flower. And I'm going to start by inking the edges of this. So generally speaking, I like to prepare for my videos a little bit. And so really this one, you know, just winging it here, I don't like it because it often takes longer than what I want it to do. So let me see. I think I'll put this up here, kind of like this. I don't necessarily want the edges all to be glued down on this gauze, this tea-dyed gauze. This, sometimes with these stickers, I'll cut away the blue, and I'm just going to ink around the edges of it. And put it right here like this. Now I'm going to tear this off here. Just make it a little smaller. I like torn edges. I like the way they look, especially when they're inked, to bring it out a little bit. So I'm going to put that like that. So again, for Stash Restash, Kathleen's challenge is to use things that you have right in your stash to create something beautiful. So these are things that I've been using in projects, or sorting. I have been doing a little bit of sorting. Not a lot, but some. And I think that's a rather beautiful pocket. So now it's ready to go on a journal. If you wanted to make it you know, a fold out or something, you could decorate the back as well. But I'm not going to do that. I'll decide what's going on with, you know, when I actually put it in the journal, what I want to do. Okay, here we go. Inking. Okay. Now, yeah, so it is Robert Browning. I think I'm going to use this whole piece on this. I kind of hate to lose these edges when they're so beautifully browned. And of course, this is a copy of the actual book. It was done in 1906, and it's a woman artist's actual journal with pictures from her garden and things. And as you can see, some of the things that I'm doing are very, very simple. And I think that that's really the trick, is that these things don't have to be, you know, difficult and complicated to be beautiful. So let me put this up here. I have over here, these are our little bags. And I do love them. I think that, part of my problem is I just hate losing what's on the back of these, or what's here, by gluing it down. So I have been using these. I haven't had these too long, so I'll probably get tired of them at some point. You know, I think I'm just going to use some of these flowers as tabs. So because I really, you know, they're going to take some wear and things on this, I'm going to add glue to it. So I have 2 of these pansies. I love using pansies. So in the comments below, I'll put a link to the challenge from Kathleen, her video. And so now a little something can go in here. I wonder if this will fit. You know, this right here, I think, will fit. I'll ink it inside here. Let's see. Nope, not quite. Okay, that's okay. It's inked and ready to go for the next thing. Let's see what other little pieces I have here that might go in there. Okay, so I have this sheet of stickers out for some reason. Let's see what I have over here. So this is a packaging from something I've done. So I'm going to mark here. And then we'll mark here. I forgot to set an alarm. Not sure how far into this I am. I've been trying to keep my journals, my videos shorter, because I prefer to watch shorter ones. And even at that, I often will end up, yes, speeding them up. I've discovered I can watch just about anybody's videos at 1.25 times. Whoops. I didn't realize. So I'm going to put, let's see where yeah, this doesn't have a lot of room here. So let's take, gosh, that piece of paper. Oh, I closed it. Did I close it? I did close it. Come on. Okay. This cute little flower. Let's see. I want to give this flower a base of something. So this is just a piece of paper that was cut off some index cards I was using. So let's go like that. Put the flower here. And take this little butterfly. So now I have a cute little index card that someone will find inside that little envelope here. And of course, I'll also be doing putting a card, index card or some sort of a journaling card in here. And on this one, I think to go along with this, I'm going to take one of these little butterflies off of this. Come on, don't tear. There we go. And put it right here. And let's take, not a flower, we'll take a butterfly. Kind of interesting. And put it right there. Okay, I'm going to call that one done. And let's go on to another one. So now I can spend a lot more time, believe me, on things like this, on creating and layering, and I love all that, don't get me wrong. But sometimes when you do a mass make, you don't want to get too involved. I mean, I may want to add more things to this to make it fit in with a journal better. So when you have these cute little holes, sometimes I was pretty sure. I don't think this will go through here, but we'll give it a try. Nope, that's going to tear those holes up. They're too gentle, but giving it a background or something is very fun for things like this. So here, again, we're layering this. Let's see what... Okay, now I can layer this a couple different ways. I can layer it like this. What else do I have here? Again, this is part of a scrap. Let me just go ahead. Let me ink the edge of this and make it darker. Like this. This will go like this. So you see a little bit of the background through the holes. Okay, and now we'll take this and, whoops, and we'll do like this. Now I'm layering it, but I'm also stepping this a little bit so that I've got a, so that I don't know why, because I like to. I like having, when I layer, I like putting it down in such a way that, okay, so now I've got, I like it so that there's kind of stepped or show some interest. And this has been, it's a little bit grungy. This has been sprayed with distressing bottle so that it spatters. Okay. Now, do I want to add, I definitely want to ink the edges of this. So let me do that. Okay. I don't think I want more flowers on this one, or at least not those. What do I have here that's super interesting? Text. Okay, I have some tatting here. I'm going to cut some of this off. I found some old tatting in an old chest that was samples. Some things were finished, but a lot of it was samples of somebody's practice. And so I think I want to go this way. Let me cut this off. So now this is what I was talking about with things. I've layered this. It's got some interesting textures and things, but I can add something else to it. It's kind of in a neutral palette, so I can add other things to it to if I want to make it match a certain kind of book. So now a flower could be placed here, or I could use a digital, cut away from a digital to make it match. Okay, and it can go right into a book, one of my journals. Okay, now see, this is a little interesting piece to me, and that's something that could have been layered up on that as well. let's get another card. And we'll start right here by inking it. I have done some super fine crochet like this before. You know, I am going to put that right over there and let it go over the edges a little bit. I think that'll be pretty. So let me just stick some glue around the edges of this. And this will go. Now, I love to get old doilies and lace and things from people, especially ones that are like torn or stained. So people don't want to use them, but they don't want to, you know, just throw them away either. And they are perfect to use in junk journals. So I actually think that's fine just like that. I'm going to put it aside. Like I say, I can add something else to that to make it match whatever journal I've got. Okay, edge of a book where I've used some of it already. Now this is going to be, you know, not a complete fussy cut because that would take too much time. I'm just going to go roughly around the edges of these. And I'm going to cut all the way down, even though I can't use all of it on this card. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I can layer it. Let's see what I can do with it. Okay, so if I cut this like this, put this here, then the question is, can I don't think so. I'm going to cut this, shape it a little bit. I'm going to ink the edges of it. And put it right here like this. Actually, let me add a little bit more of this gauze. Let me see. Okay, what I'm going to do is go along the edge of this like this. Add this gauze. Now what I'm doing is kind of hiding the edge of the gauze here instead of just tearing it off. Okay, like that. And then I can now add glue around here. And what if I took okay. Do as I say, not as I do, and ink it before you have the item you're going to put on top on it. Okay, I'm going to pull this a little bit more. Okay, so honestly, I'm doing very simple decorations on these, but it kind of shows you that you don't have to spend, you know, a lot of time and do real complicated things to still have things that are pretty. So now I've got the other half of this, and I think I should go ahead and use it on a card. All right, let's do this right and ink things first this time. So this challenge that Kathleen put out there is all about using up your stash, using things that you already have to create something. And I have, okay, what's going to look good on the back of that? Let's see. I think this. Let's cut some more of this off. And this may have been like, been supposed to be like a little cap for a baby or something. Okay, let's get glue on as much of this as we can, because I want to stretch it as I glue it down so that you can see more of the design this time. Sometimes I like it to be, you know, wrinkled up a little bit and provide extra texture. So I'm by layering things, and this helps provide texture to the item that you're making. So, okay, so I've got that down like that, and then I might need to refresh this ink pad. I don't want to do it right now because that'll give me really dark streaks. So let's put this like that. Now another thing you can do with these, I've been cutting these flowers, but tearing it, it's been working fine. Why did it decide to get stopped up, huh? Little pin. Tearing it, the pages also makes a really soft, pretty edge. Okay, now I'm kind of holding this down because I want the glue to go through the places where there's the lace sticking up. So again, I think that's pretty. You know, my alarm hasn't gone off, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I've done and close this video. Kathleen, thank you so much for the challenge. It was fun using some of the things on my desk and things that I have in my stash, creating these library book pockets. Whoops. Okay. So can you see them all? Let me push them up a little bit. All right. Thank you, Kathleen. This is, again, the stash, hashtag stash, restash, junk journal challenge from Kathleen Mower. And I now have 6 pockets to put in my book. let me just show you. So here's the single signature journal that I put in here with all these vintage pages. I haven't, done really anything to it. And that'll be something I can do. But these can go in. Let's take the back of this white page. This can go in. You can glue it all the way around, so you have two pockets. I prefer to glue it on two sides to make it a tuck spot. That way you can put kind of a variety of things in it. It doesn't have to fit inside, and it makes it really easy to get things in and out. So now I have a tuck spot here, and I have the pocket here. I used a lot of different kinds of junk in this. Like this is, instructions on how to use a tray and things. I've got tea-dyed paper, just all kinds of fun little things that that were used. This was an advertising thing. So on something like this, where you have all these instructions, I'll probably glue a piece of paper over this to give writing space. And then I can also put a pocket like this here. I probably won't completely cover this up because it's fun vintage instructions. This is pockets from a picture album. So it's open, can you see? And it has vellum on the other side. This could be glued down like this. And so then this could be a giant pocket, and these could be individual pockets layered up there. So, in fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. But first, I'm going to feed some ribbon through this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be working on. I guess I am making a journal for this swap, and also creating some extra things for my stash that I can use. And thanks for watching. And thank you, Kathleen, for this lovely challenge.